So what we want to do now is we are going to demonstrate how to create a form. So if we go down to create, if we do form, and from here I'll open up the new bar, we need to give our title. That's also the file name of the form, so you must do this, otherwise you're going to have lots of untitled forms floating around. We'll call this student exit form. Now from here you can choose a theme. There's quite a lot of themes. Feel free to choose whichever one suits your purpose. For now I'm just going to choose a default, and you can change this at any point, and I'll show you how to do that first. So we click OK. If we do want to change that theme at any point, there is a little theme button here, and we can press it and it will bring up the same theme options we get. So that's just a little side note for you. And the same with the name of our form. We can also rename this form up here, and it'll ask us to give the document name, and we've called it student exit form. What you'll see now is you'll see the form, and we'll start with the top bar. This top bar are the form settings. If you are in the college and you need a way to be able to see who this is in terms of checking it is that person, I would say definitely require a Warwickshire College login. But if you are also posting to people that are going to be external, remove this so you can uncheck it. For now, I'm just going to uncheck it, and you'll see it says it's accessible outside of Warwickshire College. And we do want to do this, so we click OK. If we're allowed to collect the logins, we can also collect the person's username, which is basically their email address, and that's, as I say, for if you're trying to verify something, you can also collect their email address. We can do things like show a progress bar at the bottom of the form of pages. So if you've got lots of pages and split this form up, I don't know, to about 3 or 4 pages, it'll say page 1 of 3, or 2 of 3, or 3 of 3. Right, next what we want to do is look at the main body of the form, and this part of the body, this bit here, is actually just what we want to give as a title. Initially this links to the document name, but when we change this, it doesn't change the name of the document, so we could call this for students. Ooh, how have I spelt it? For students. And you'll see this will change, but our actual form name won't change now. The next part are your questions, which we'll go into next, and this is your questions bar. And at the very bottom you have, underneath there, you have add items. This is another way to add all your items, and you'll have a list of what kind of items you can add when you press this little down arrow. And there are more choices than this, which I'll show you later. At the very bottom, once you have finished your form, this is what you'll be sending to people. And here it says your response recorded is the message they will receive. So you could have your response recorded, or saying, thank you for submitting the form. We value all feedback. As I say, you can change this at any point. And if you want multiple, so you can show the link to submit another response. So if you need them to submit one response and there may be another straight after, you can also click this. In this case, we probably don't want them to, so I can click this. Publish and show a link to results. Now, what you do is once you've completed this, you'll get a set of results showing graphs of, I don't know, maybe for example, if you're collecting information about how many sweets people eat in a day. If you have 20 sweets, you will get a bar showing, I don't know, a pie chart showing that X amount of people eat so many sweets, another amount of people eat another set of sweets, and that means that your respondents will be able to see all those results. And you probably don't want to check this unless you do want to send that information out, just in case you send any private information. Also, you can allow respondents to edit responses after submitting. So, for example, if you've got something that's ongoing, a form that maybe you say that it might start off now and they want to submit it later, maybe 2 months, 3 months down the line, and you say they can start part 1 and you have part 2 of form maybe on a different page. This is always useful as well, so they can edit the responses. And the last thing you've got is send form. So when you've completed this, you'll press send form. As you notice here and up here, you do have the same thing as well. Once you press send form, it will send that form out so you can share it with the people that you want to fill it out. Okay, so if we go back up here and we start with another important thing, is once you have sent the form, you'll need a way to get your responses. So the way you'll view responses is in a Google Sheet. it will do it like any other Excel sheet. It will appear in the same way, and you can also get a summary of those. So where it says responses here, you can also, if it hasn't selected one for you, you can change the destination. It might ask you originally, if you haven't set up before, is where you want to put the responses. So if we put accepting responses, so if we go to view responses here, you'll see it sets up a spreadsheet. Now that might not work instantly, it might not automatically do it for you, so you will want to press that button, and you might have a different view. It might say responses, and it'll tell you where to put response sheet. Also, when we've done our responses, you can see a summary responses like I was talking about with the charts and etc. You'll have a whole bunch of charts pop up down here that you can view for later.